The intent for this video was to record the week, but that's not quite happened. I got a couple of shots Monday and I think a couple Wednesday. It's now Saturday. So starting off the morning by vacuuming out the car, and then I think when Dad gets back we're going to wash it, wash his and probably wash the van as well. I'm not going to vacuum the van out yet because I've got some work to do on that later on. I'm just waiting for a part to arrive. I then have a working fridge again, but more on that later. First, I'm going to get this done. That there is somehow what's broken off. I still don't understand how. There's nothing down there that could have hit it, but the back of the socket has broke off. So the replacement one's just arrived. It should be a simple job of unscrewing the old one. Won't even have to take the back plate off, I don't think. Just take the socket out, put the new one straight in and put the wires on that. So I'll just quickly do that, hopefully, and then we'll get a better look at this bust one. Right, it's a case of unscrewing that bit there, which takes a while, and that should then pop out there. Well, we'll just put there. In fact, before I put this on, let's get a look at that old one. So if you can see in there, it's doing the flaming face auto thingy. There we go, in there you can see the metal plate at the bottom. This is the new one. This here, it's gone straight through. I don't know how, because again, you look at the back of this, it looks solid, right? Somehow that's come out as the square, and that pin broke off. This was bent like that, and the other thing, it just come out of there completely, and the plastic had actually bent, but I don't understand what the heck could have caused that. As Dad says, at some point it must have been knocked, but I never knocked it. And that must have... it can't have been a sudden thing. Whatever, let's get this in. Is this a different... oh, please don't be a different model. Hold on, is it? Oh no, this one's got the cap thing there too. Good. Right. Why is this being a tighter fit? Why is nothing ever straightforward with these things? That's the negative, that's the negative. The shape's different. So if you look on the old one, the sides here are flattened. If it will stay in focus for me, that'd be great. Now focus on the thing I'm trying to show, you stupid camera. Whatever, the sides there are flattened. This one is completely round. And that looks to be because they made the back plastic piece different. In fact, this new one seems to be slightly shorter. Or is that just me? No, the new one is actually slightly shorter. I'm going to end up having to get my Dremel or something out to make this hole bigger, I think. Really don't want to do. All I flaming wanted was just pull out the socket and put the new one in. Why the hell have they had to go and change the damn shape of it? Come on, keep going. I kept turning it and it went in, so good. Just screw the back of it on now. Nope, that doesn't have front and back. Is that different to the, where's the new one? No, that should be the same. Put the negative wire on. Put the positive wire on. Okay, one. Here's the metal back plate. Two. Just looking at the terminal here. Looking at the positive, you can see how it's darkened. I think that's burnt. Which means I may have to replace that clip. I put all of my electric stuff away last week in the sheds, the terminals and stuff. I better see if I've got a terminal for that. Because I'm not sure how safe that would be to reuse. Looking actually inside it, the metal looks fine. I think that's just That's just the insulation casing. But I'm guessing when this piece broke off, it must have surged or something. Yeah, that metal is actually fine, so I'm going to reuse that. That's just the insulation that's blackened up. I still need that light, man. Let's get it on there. First thing that happens is that the fuse lights up, so I'm guessing the fuse is blown. That's a 10 amp. Oh yeah, that blew. I know where I put them. Yes. Oh. Of course my lights in here aren't going to work. I've turned the power off. That's a 10 amp. Let's see. And that's my fridge back on. Well, the fuse and the fuse box did its job properly. There's still the mystery of why it broke in the first place, especially after all this time. Have a look at this. There is so much movement in that. I don't think that that plug's going all the way into the socket. It's getting the contacts in, but there's still enough of the plug the plug is deeper than the socket. I bet you that's what's done it. It's wiggled round. I mean, it seems looser in this new one than the old one. For now it's going to have to do. But I'll keep an eye on that. If it goes again, I might have to see if you can get deeper sockets. Well, on the whole, I am glad that it's just a £7 piece of kit that broke on me, rather than the fridge itself going bust. But this is something I'm going to have to keep an eye on for a bit. See if I can find some way of steadying the plug so that it doesn't move about. Might be enough to fix it. If not, see if I can find a deeper socket. Worst comes to worst, as a backup, I've got a 12 volt up there above the door. The lead should run to that, so in an emergency I can still hook up there. Because I don't want to be running this off my inverter, because that would just swallow the power using mains. Right, that's the van fix done. Don't know what I'm going to be up to next. I'll tidy all this up, that's what I'll do next. For the time being at least, it's problem solved. Dad's put a hook eye underneath and an elastic band to help support it. Could probably do with a slightly stronger elastic band. We'll see how that does for a bit. Might look, see if I can find a deeper socket for it anyway. The other thing to do would be put a block of wood underneath so that the plug can't drop down. At least for the time being though, I have a working fridge again. Right, that's pretty much the job that I needed to get done today. Done. Since I switched the power off, that means I've had to set the diesel heater up again, the time on that, and the date. Might give it a quick run later as well. I've set the van's clock back an hour. We've been meaning to do that for ages, since the clocks went back. So I should be all good. I wonder if the timestamp on this actually needs to it. Nah, forget it. Right, that's that done. No idea what's next.